All right, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites who come in week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great. All right, also known as America, soon to be destroyed by nuclear fire, to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indian, Speckled Bird, get you to repent, acknowledge your offense, pray for forgiveness, and get back in order the ordinances of this Bible. So first and foremost, and as always, all praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to our elder apostles, the GMS, including the elder bishops, right? Including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. All right? And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word, in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, all right? So, what we're going to go into and discuss today is this trap. All right, there's a snare being laid for you right now. Let's get it out. The book of Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. Okay? So, there's a trap, a snare being laid for you. All right? And here's what it is, and here's how it's going to go down. Okay? Under the guise, see, just like right now, these devils, they know exactly who we are out here on the street. And they are not doing anything, right? They're demonizing us here and there, right? They're building up a case slowly, but they're keeping it completely out of mainstream. That little Sandman thing, that was a little high profile. Here and there, you got some little things where they're gonna use in their totality to demonize us, but they're not using their apparatus to, why aren't they interviewing us? If you really want to know what the chariots are, we're out here saying it all the time. They're keeping all of that out of the headlines, okay? And what they're doing, here's the snare and here's the trap. They're using Esau to set up the laws and the ramifications, and then when they come after us, they're going to do that in secret too. They're not going to, in other words, the January Sixers, all right? The January Sixers, they're going to use them for cover. They're going to say, here are the terrorists. Here are the conspiracy theorists. They're going to point at them and say, this is the reason we're doing this. And they're going to put them in the spotlight and say, we're going after them while they're going after us. When they're going after us, it's going to be a secret. They're going to keep it secret to the best of their ability. Why? Because the more attention that they bring to us, the more that the truth comes out, right? And it's their apparatus. Anybody that is on any radio, television, okay, any media, newspaper or whatever, has to be thoroughly vetted as to whether you are part of the promotion or whether you're going to be withheld from any promotion, okay? And they have managed to keep us out of the limelight because the limelight belongs to them. Why would they bring attention to their potential demise? And not potential, their absolute and sure demise. their demise is us. The words that we speak are destroying them, and they know that. So they have to take some shots at us while they set up their snare. They're going to use their own and sacrifice their own while we're the actual and absolute target. So they're going to do it the same way they're doing it right now, right? By not promoting it. What does it mean to promote? Okay, pro meaning for, right? To put you, to bring attention to. They don't want to bring any attention. They want to do the opposite of that. But you are the target. Okay? So, you got your boy, AJ. Okay? The comedian, the actor. Isn't it ironic, or isn't it perfect timing that it's just now, after 10 years of the incident that he's going down for, it's coinciding with what? The war on the C word. Everybody knows the C word is cunt. You can't say that. You can't say that. You have to call it the C word. All right? Don't be a conspiracy theorist. Well, that's the target. The target right now are conspiracy theorists. So, is Esau the target? No. The men of the Lord are the target. They got to hide it. Oh, well, we're going after the T word. Okay? Pterodactyl, which is spelled with a P, but they're going after the pterodactyls. Ists. Pterodactylists. All right? That's why they staged that whole January 6th thing. They created it. So if you're a pro-Trumper, right? You're the face of the pterodactylists, right? Why? Because they can't make us the face of it. They got to keep us on the low. We're the target, but they're the face. Okay? Just like the so-called black people are the face of the inbox. Okay? M as in monkey, and box as in inbox. Okay? Whenever they show a picture of bumps all over a motherfucker, they showing a Jake. Meaning you're the face. We're promoting that. They're not promoting the men of the Lord, explaining what the chariots are. Oh, but there's little green men and Bigfoot and the werewolf. Okay? No, we're out here telling you, and it's not like they haven't watched us explain it and bring it out of the scriptures, line upon line, precept upon precept, and prove that the chariots are real, and prove who's in there. They know full well. Are they going to put it out there? Or they say, hey, well, these guys, they have the answers. They're not going to say that. They're going to point at Esau and Trumpers and say they're pterodactylists and they're they're cunts. And that's against the law. There's a war on cunts. Right? Then you got Hocab, right? And the most, I saw somebody post a video and the title of it was How to Spot a Government uh, agent. How to spot a government, it was just perfect, right? How to spot a government agent. And that's John Mark Reiser, right? So all of this stuff is coalescing right now, all coming together at the same time. You got Hocab Malone saying Hebrew Israelites are a bunch of cunts. Conspiracy, right? How to spot one. You got the UN war on cunts. Those two things. And then you got the Trumpers being labeled cunts. And what are they doing right now? Who's on trial right now? Alex Jones, Donald Trump. These are the high-level cunts. And they're saying, this is a problem. We need to have a war on it when we're the actual target. So let's read this again. Whoso diggeth the pit, this is Proverbs 26 and 27. And let's start at 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. Well, that's what we're doing right now. We're showing you the trap. We're showing you the snare and how he is meticulously building with gradualism how to come after us and make it legal by using proxies, if you will, and keeping us a big, deep, dark secret. All right. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth the stone, it will return upon him. So he don't even know he's exacting his own demise. Okay? Because you can do nothing against the truth. Flocket, bear with me. Gotta get this, so bear with me. It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13. Second Corinthians 13 and 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, all right? So, that goes back to this. You're trying to come up against the truth. What's going to happen? This is line upon line, precept upon precept. Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So, everything you're doing is going to come back on you. All right? Your snare is going to work on you. All right? Do we have to go through trials and tribulations? Yes. So we're not afraid. Our job is Let's read this again. Proverbs 26 and 25. When he Salaki, and 26. Proverbs 26 and 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be shewed before the whole congregation. Our job is to bring out exactly what you're doing, to explain it. Okay? What is what are the two? 2 and 11. See if I can get this. Second Corinthians 2 and 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We know exactly what you're doing. And it's our job to noise it abroad, to show it to the whole congregation. Here's what you're doing. Okay? You staged a little coup, a little insurrection at the Capitol building. Got it all on film, right? You got a bunch of monkeys out there doing what they do, right? And you did that because really you're coming after us. You're going to use that, right? And say that, well, Trump and QAnon is a conspiracy. And this is dangerous. These are terrorists using conspiracies on 4chan, talking back and forth, and this is the result of that. Right after you just let them all go, the one that got the most time was the one lone Negro who had no business out there. He got the most time out of everybody, letting you know where they're going with this thing. All right? Slapped him on the wrist. Let a nigga storm the Capitol. Oh, one did. He got more time than everybody else. If they don't make an example out of his black ass. But we know exactly what you're doing. I mean, how much more perfect can it be to have Mark Reiser coincide with the UN war on cunts? How does that happen precisely at the same time when Alex Jones is made to look like a damn fool, and at the same time the hearings for January 6th are going on all at the same time? All of this shit is hitting perfectly. What does that mean? Here they come. Here they come. All right? We know. And it's our job to break it on down and say, hey, Esau might be storming buildings, but that's an easy fix. They could be mowed down at any moment. Okay? They're not the problem. The problem is who you can't mow down. You can't mow down Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. We are the representatives and work directly, are the foot soldiers. We're the ground troops for Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. You know that. So January 6th is not the problem. That's the cover. That's the proxy for the problem. Why is it that that exact language can be used against us? Because that's what you set up. You set that shit up. going to bring it up. It's the book of Proverbs 141 and 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. See? We're explaining it. We're bringing out in the scriptures exactly what you're up to. We know exactly what it is that you're doing. We're explaining it. All right? We're filtering your behavior, right, through the scriptures. Everything is in here, okay? How is it that we know all of these things? Because we have instructions. We've been instructed to come out here and do this work. Sirach 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of a thing. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. See, we've been instructed specifically, right? Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Go back to Psalm 76. Is it 26? Psalm 26. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. Couple that with what was it? Oh, Proverbs a lot. Bear with me, Salaki. Proverbs 26 and 26. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. So be not ignorant, meaning you got to know everything. Why? Because you got to show it to the whole congregation. And that's what these video epistles are. Whose hatred is covered by deceit, his wickedness shall be showed before the whole congregation. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. He that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. A lying tongue hateth those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth worketh ruin. Psalm 141 and 9. Keep me from the snares which they have laid for me, and the gins of the workers of iniquity. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I withal escape. Okay? And that's what's going to happen. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is running the whole program, including the left-hand side, and you monkeys are just doing your fucking job. You're just playing your monkey part. All right? You're just playing your part. You're not going to win anything. See, we understand. We have understanding. What do we have to be afraid of? Dying? That doesn't mean anything. All right? What are our instructions? See, our instructions are sealed. What does it mean to die anyway? All that means, die in doing this work. What do you get? get the crown. That's that win, that W. Revelation 2 and 9. Salakia 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, even death. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So we're not afraid of death. We want to make it without dying, but still making it. If we got to make it, if we got to be a martyr, that's a win. So we're not afraid. It says, what's the instruction? Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. There's the instruction. Don't be afraid. All the way through death, right? There's nothing to be afraid of. This is the Most High's plan. It's going to go down the way it was written, whether you like it or there's nothing nobody can do except for play your position, play your part in the movie, okay? And accept that the Most High is in charge. Is going to go down. His word shall not return void. Relax. Relax, get your popcorn. Okay? Yeah, you got a job to do. We're still out here, right? But as you can see, what is that going to do to the First Amendment? The First Amendment? First Amendment is freedom of speech, right? What is, now that it's on the books, what is this clown, Alex Bones, what is Alex Bones going to do to the First Amendment? Okay? What it's going to do is enable them to come after anybody. They're going to throw out the First Amendment and say, look, they're coming after us. They set it up perfectly. They laid their snare. Okay? The snare that's going to come back on them. Why? Because they're going to take us before the court. And then we're going to be on autopilot. Yep, just, hey, guess what? Spirit is going to come on you. The words are going to come out of your mouth. The perfect sentences. Some brothers that have a hard time, speech impediment, they're probably going to be speaking perfectly audible at that moment. Salakia, bear with me. Lock you. Yeah, we gotta wait. We gotta wait and watch. We got a job. See, our instructions is again. Our instructions are sealed. We are to know. Okay, we are to know what the hell is going on, what this devil is up to. We are not ignorant of his devices. Otherwise, he'd have an advantage. Guess what? We got the advantage. We got the other team's playbook. We know exactly what they're going to do. We know who they are. See, they spent a long time and a lot of money during their reign of terror, right, to deceive the nations. Okay, the Most High gave them a fair shake. He said, I'm going to give you a fair shake. I'm going to give you rulership. I'm going to give you this much time to go out there and spread all the lies and confuse everybody. Then I'm going to wake them up, and then we're going to start the countdown. Because at a specific time, all right, the Most High is going to strike, and nobody knows. Right? And Esau's like this. Okay, I'll take that bet. Hell, I don't have anything else. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna search out the heavens. I'm gonna search out the depths of the sea. I'm gonna give it my best. Best what? Best shot at getting my birthright back, because I know I fucked up. But it ain't happening because it was already written. Okay. We already know how it's gonna play out. So just do what the fuck you're gonna do. We see it. We know it well. We breathe this thing every day. It occurred to me the other day, right? Because it wasn't in my 14 years, right? It wasn't always what I'm about to say right now. I got this garment on every day, all right? Not this particular one because I have a few, but when I do my sit downs, I use this particular garment that I like a lot. It looks a lot like this, but it occurred to me that, you know what? I got on fringes every day. Not on a t-shirt. I'm walking around advertising. But I come out on Saturday and Sunday now. You know, I don't see that ending. Lord willing, until we get taken off, I'll be able to come out and you know, put in a little time each day. I can't do a whole 3 hours, you know, with my bad limbs and old broke down body. I got to do it, you know, piecemeal, if you will. But the determination, the spirit is there. So what happens is on the weekends, you know, I'm out here. On the weekdays, there's a couple of videos a day. And therefore, I didn't think about it until the other day. I'm like, you know what? I got the garment on every day. You know? You don't think about it, you just do it. The spirit is on you to do it. I mean, I thought to myself the other day, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna do any videos. I'm gonna take a break, right? And that lasted less than 15 seconds. You know, tried to talk myself into taking a break. It lasted a whole 15 seconds. Like, just do it right now. Just do it. You know, break for what? You know, it lasted a whole 15 seconds. I laughed at myself, put the garment on, and the spirit, you know, brought a lesson. And, you know, it is what it is at this point. We're so close to the end, right? I get miffed sometimes. I'm like, you know, how at this point, Satan got, how could anybody, you know, be doing anything against the Most High right now? I'm talking about in this truth. How would you, you know, how could anybody not be keeping the commandments, you know, when we're so close to this end right now? Because I see people doing it, right? And, you know, they've been warned, but it's just crazy, you know. We're so close. Now is the time, right? Measuredly, right? Because, I mean, hey, could be another year. Lord willing, it's not, but you should measuredly be sprinting right now. On bad legs, bad knees, right? Kidney stones. We're so close. And with things like, this all happened, what? Within a 3-day period. Alex Jones, been going on. But the culmination, you got Bones, you got Hocab, right? Talking about, here's the cunts over here. If you're into Hebrew Israelism, you're a cunt. Right? Their biggest cunt is that somebody stole their identity theft. Well, it clearly says in the Bible that we're going to stand upon our feet after having been lost. Okay? They're called the lost, the 12 tribes of the lost sheep. What does it mean to be lost? Right? I'm going to bring back that which is lost. Okay, what does that mean? All right, that's pointing directly at us. We're the ones that woke up from being lost. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Okay, who does that point to? It points to somebody who didn't know, and that they were woken. That's what it means to be. What does it mean to be woke? They had to steal that and put it in popular culture. Oh, the woke generation, the woke. Well, who woke up? The lost sheep woke up to their true nationality. They had to steal that. Oh, the woke. We're in the time of. You see how this devil does? You stealing that. Okay? You steal everything. You stole Karen. That's what a nigga said. Okay, Karen. Suddenly everybody, Karen, Karen, Karen. See, they had to, why did they co-opt, if you will, Karen? That's something that a nigga would say. He'd take the whitest name, right? Like Becky, right? Becky is used for something else that comes from Negroes. Karen, right, is a nigga being sarcastic and calling the white woman Carolyn Bryant, all right? And then they had to reach in and grab it real quick and make it a joke, and, you know, because what's actually going on is this devil knows that his time is short, so he can't help. The spirit is on him to be the devil that he is. Just like we're woke, these devils are like, well, wait a minute. You niggas are out of line. Don't you know that I'm your master? Which is true. It's where the term Karen, they had to That's a spirit. To be a Karen at this point in time is a spirit that's coming out of this devil to show you that they're still in rulership, pursuant to Job 9 and 24. They know. They're like this, hey motherfucker, I'm still ruling. We're fading fast. These fentanyl videos keep popping up in my feed. I'm like, I watch the fentanyl and I'm like, you motherfuckers are fading quick. Okay, by your own hand. You're falling into your own snare. Everywhere you turn, you're falling into your own snare. Okay, you got the Egyptians versus the Egyptians. You got Vlad fighting against Joe, right? We're going to put sanctions on you. You're going to do what? The sanctions backfire. That's you falling into your own snare. Why? Because the Most High sealed Vlad's marching orders. It's time to flip you. Okay? And right now, see this whole war thing, if you can't see that World War III is going on in front of your eyes and they're keeping it quiet, all right? There's too many fronts. Look at all the fronts. Eastern Europe, South China Sea, Valley of Yehoshaphat, North and South Korea, down there in the land of Ham, the Tigray, Eritrean, big forehead Ethiopians. Look at the fronts, right? And I laugh at these so-called Christians. They come out the first Saturday of the month. That's when they come out. To spread their lies. They ain't working. See, Israel is worth waking up anyway. That's what it means to wake up. Who else is waking up to their true identity? Well, Esau is too. He didn't know he was an Edomite. But see, that's the bad. You got the good news and you got the bad news. Esau is waking up to the bad news. Okay? You know who you are. You know you're the devil, and you were able to hide it. Now, the jig is up. You can't hide shit no more. Salaki, bear with me. I get some water. I need some water. Salaki, I'm gonna get some water. Salaki, I'm gonna clear my throat. That clown, the mushroom clown. I gotta go check on the mushroom clown. Call his name Aria. First he Shimmer Kakade, he's I'm with GMS. No, you're not with GMS. You're a bug out clown. I'm gonna clear my throat. See, we spit. Some of you fucking clowns, you know. You can spot a clown a mile away imitating the elders, right? I won't go into it, but it's real easy to see them. Whew. See, we know about your traps, devil. the one that you're setting right now unknowingly for yourself. It's funny. It's funny that you can't see. First of all, it doesn't matter what you do, nigga. That you shall not remove your neck. I'm going to get that in a minute. Let me get Obad first. From which you shall not remove your neck. Obad be hiding with that one page. Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? We know how you move. Now, nigga. Up. Micah 2 and 3. Bear with me. It's the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 3. See, when you move pursuant to, let's get it real quick. Proverbs 26 and 27. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him. Okay, so digging a pit is setting a snare. Okay, and we'll get the actual word snare here, Lord willing, in a minute. Okay, now, here's that coming to pass. Micah 2 and 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which, okay, and devising an evil is what? Setting a snare. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. Okay? That's that snare coming back on your ass. You're going to get caught up in your own noose. Okay? And a noose, right? If you know how to bend a tree over and set a little loop, a noose, somebody steps in it and springs the trap, and then you get caught up in it, you know, Bugs Bunny style. Okay? You learn a lot from watching Yosemite Sam and them old cartoons. All right? The Who's Gal. You learn what the Who's Gal is. All right? The Most High has devised an evil, from which ye shall not remove your neck. What family? All right? Let me start at 2. Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. Okay? And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. You did that. You're doing that right now. You're setting us up with the C word. All right. Got Alex Jones acting like he's caught red-handed. Nigga, you've been playing that role ever since I could remember. Ever since you quit comedy. Okay? I forgot what your real name is. The fucking comic. It'll come to me in a minute. All right? And you took on this Alex Jones role, right? And right before they killed this dude, what was his name? The real Alex Jones. I forgot what his name was. They killed him at his cabin. He outed you. I'm forgetting these names. I need to go back and brush up. What did I want to get? It's the book of Deuteronomy 32. Fucking fly. Get. Deuteronomy 32 and 35. To me belongeth vengeance and recompense. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand. And the things that shall come upon them make haste. All right? Hey, your demise, nigga. Your own demise is upon you. Let's get Snare of the Fowler. What's this? This is actually talking about Jake, but it applies to you fucking niggas too. Psalm 69 and 22, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. All right, that applies to Esau too. Because guess what? Your birthright, the one that you sold, that should have been for your welfare. Now all you can do is think about how to get it back, and you're not. So your efforts have become a trap unto you. What are you doing? First of all, you forwarded the affliction, and now you're doing everything within your power to try to get back that which you sold fair and square. Nigga, we know what you're up to. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father had blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Nigga, we know exactly what you're up to. You're going to throw caution to the wind and stop trying to do things so-called lawfully, right? You're gonna stop. You're gonna say, "Fuck it, kill these niggas." Fuck the laws. We tried to do it lawfully. What is this? Is it Lamentations? Where's the Lamentations? Book of Isaiah 10. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay? That's what you're doing right now. You're drawing up legislation on Alex Jones right now. Okay? What is it, 4.1 million? $4.1 million because he's a cunt. Right? Now you can go after all cunts. Shut them down, lock them up, slay my brother. Any day now you're going to come in like a flood, and guess what? Standard Oil, nigga. We got that Standard Oil, right? Nate lost the oil, the Standard Oil, but we got that Standard Oil. All right? All of these things are working together. This is how close we are. We need the world war. We need the overthrow. It's going to be a violent overthrow. This man is not giving up his kingdom. He has to be violently overthrown. That's the only language he understands. The only thing this devil understands is war. He believes that he's the ultimate warrior. You might be the ultimate warrior, but you're not the supreme warrior. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is the supreme warrior. And his son, who doth judge and make war. All right? You forgot. You ain't no warrior, nigga. The real warriors are standing upon their feet. And you're scared. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. Those are the real warriors. Ezekiel 37:10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. Who's that? That's them dry but 11. Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried, and our hope is lost. Uh-oh. Who's lost? We are cut off for our parts. All 12 tribes were separated. Therefore prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves, and shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live, and I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You understand? A great exceeding army that you can't take down, that you can't lie to, that you can't take the place of, usurp their name, all right? Steal their identity. Yeah, Hokab, that's exactly what happened. And you coming after us, right, and lying about it will not stop it from coming to pass. That's us, nigga. Are you a Christian? See, that should be everywhere. The word nigger means a Christian. That should be everywhere right now. That would fuck up a whole bunch of people. You got people everywhere on the face of the globe calling themselves Christian. And what does the word Christian mean? What does the word nigga mean? It means a Christian. And nobody won't touch that. I'm still shocked. I've been trying to push that for 4 years. Go to Acts 13:1. When you come upon the word nigger, N-I-G-E-R, take that word to the Strong's Concordance, and when you see that it means a Christian, which it does, and nobody can change it, everybody's like, oh, it just means black. No, it don't. You're missing the point. Where's precept upon precept that proves that it means black? It's not in there. But I got precept upon precept to prove that it means a Christian. Where's it at? Acts 11:26. And the disciples were first called Christians in Antioch. Christians, called nigger. Where is it at? Israel. I'm talking to all Israel. Where's it at? If I was wrong, somebody would have said it by now. People have said that this breakdown is correct. Where is it at? It's not being noised abroad. You know what? All I can think of is the Most High is saving it. The moment that that word, the definition of that word comes out, what's that going to do? What would that do? To people, you got Edomites calling themselves Christians, you would have to say that, I'm a nigger too. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you are. See? Where's that at? That raises a lot of red flags from me. See, because either that could be used to say that I'm a bug out, you're making up your own doctrine. That can easily be said. I was so afraid to touch that when I saw that. I was like, where's this at? I'm afraid to bring it out. Been bringing it out for 4 or 5 years now. Right? It gets no traction. It makes me believe that the reason I only get 3 and 2 views is because of shit like that. Is it the truth? It's the solid truth. The word nigger in the Bible, how many times does it appear? Maybe once. Acts 13:1. When you go to the Strong's Concordance, says it in the Blue Letter. It says it in Bible Hub. The common denominator is the word Christian. The word nigger means a Christian. And when you take Acts 11 and 26 and put those two things together, they fit perfectly. Perfectly. But I'm waiting for anybody to come back and say that the word nigger, it just means black. Show me the precept where it just means black. I highly doubt if you could do it. Hey, brother. Excuse that, Tim. And that's neither here nor there. But see, that would cause such a stir. See that word, right? And here we go again. That word is universal. All right? The rap art form, first of all, it allowed you to curse, use curse words in songs. I remember that was illegal, right? Now, you can say what the fuck you want. And guess what? The number one word used in rap music is the word nigga. So it's universal. It's all over the world. But isn't it amazing that that word is in the Bible? And what's even more amazing to me is that the definition for that word is in the Strong's Concordance, and everybody refuses to put it together. So, and I know that the men of the Lord are real, they're true, okay? So the only thing it can be, okay? The only reason why that is not being noised abroad can only be one thing. Yes, it's that important. Let me show you how important it is. The only reason that it's not being noised abroad, here's the answer. Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah. Ba'Hashem Rakak Wadash. Why am I the only one saying that? And I'm not trying to exalt myself, none of that. I'm dumbfounded. I left it alone. I don't even say it anymore. And that's wrong. You got to push the truth, 100% truth. Here's why it's so important. And I'm going to break it down. I have to now. Matthew 24. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. What does that mean? That means that the elect have to be sealed. The most important word in the world, right, is the word nigger. It's just the most important word, the most controversial, right? It starts turmoil. You can use it, you can't use it. Hate speech. That is the most important word in any language. First of all, who is the most important man on the face of the earth? Yahweh Shai. If you saw Yahweh Shai today and he just walked up, what would he be called? An African American, right? That's the answer, yeah? Well, what are African Americans? What are they being called behind that African American's back? Let's find out. See, because apparently Yahweh Shai wasn't being called the N-word, a nigger. Why? Because what does the word Christian mean? It means a follower of Christ, right? Was Yahweh Shai a follower of Christ? No. Yahweh Shai was a follower of Yahweh. He's Yahweh's son. So Christian doesn't refer to Yahweh Shai. It refers to Paul. They were calling Paul that nigga. That nigga Paul. That right there. Okay? It don't even have to mean a Christian, which it does. But the fact that they were calling Paul a nigger, nobody teaches that. See, right here, they were calling Paul a nigger. Why nigger? Who's teaching that? And why is nobody teaching it? Well, let's bring it out. And then we'll ask the question again, why is nobody teaching this? On its face, no matter what the word means, why aren't they teaching that? Well, according to Acts 13:1, they were calling the Apostle Paul a nigger. Acts 13:1. Now there were certain, Salakia. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, okay? Now it's going to name those prophets and teachers, which Yahushua was a prophet and a teacher, but it's not talking about him because the definition of the word, right, means a follower of Yahushua, okay? And again, Yahushua wasn't following himself, he was following the Most High because he's the Son of the Most High. Now, are you confused yet? Don't be confused about this. At the very least, they should be teaching that the Apostle Paul was being called a nigger. Where's that? Because that's what this scripture says. It says, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger, and Lucius, and Manaen, and Saul. Well, who's Saul? Acts 13:9. Then Saul, who also is called Paul, filled with the Holy Ghost, set his eyes on him. So according to Acts 13:1, the Apostle Paul was being called a nigger. And here's my question. Why is nobody teaching that? It's just a question. I've never heard anybody teach that. I've said it to a lot of people in the truth. Nobody, people refuse. Wait a minute. You know what does that do? That opens up well, Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles. They were calling him a nigger? Well, wait a minute. Paul was white, like Christ, right? They were calling him a nigger? That right there starts breaking down strongholds. And nobody can contest it. You can contest that the word means a Christian and be wrong about it all you want to and hide it all you want to. Because really that's what, if you're not teaching that, you're keeping it a secret. For whatever reason. It's the spirit, right? Is the only way that I can explain it. I've been dumbfounded for the last 5 years. The very least, teach that, well, they were calling Paul, Barnabas, Manaen, they were calling them all niggers. Paul was one of the ones that they were calling nigger. Why? Why are they calling Paul a nigger? Well, before we go to the Strong's Concordance, let's get Acts 11. Okay, now before we get Acts 11, let's get some similar words. Okay? In Acts 13:1, here's this phrase. That was called nigger. That was called nigger. Remember that. Now let's get Acts 11:26. And let's see if we can find some similar words that will shed light on what the hell is going on here, since nobody wants to touch this. Okay? Acts 11:26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. There's a similar word. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called, the disciples were called Christians first in Antioch. What? Go back to 13:1. Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers as Barnabas and Simeon. See, the word church, right? That's one similar word. Called is a similar word. Okay? Antioch, not similar word, the same word. The same words in similar phrases. That was called, were called. When you get to what they were being called, the word means the same thing. How hard, is this hard? Is that hard? Now, I understand if the Most High places an angel next to you, so you want to understand, it's not going to happen. I get it. I understand that. And that's the only explanation that I know why nobody's teaching this. All right? Because it's simple, it's plain. All right? It's very, very simple and plain. And when he had found him, this is Acts 11:26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. There's one of the same words. And it came to pass that a whole year, as they assembled themselves with the church, same word as in 13:1. Same word. And taught much people. The disciples were called, same word. Called what? Called niggers or Christians? Both. Those words are synonymous with one another. Now, we go to the Strongs. You go to Google, type in nigger, N-I-G-E-R, Strong's Concordance, Bible Hub. Okay? Been doing this for 5 years. I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's see. Pull it in. All right, so it says Niger. Right here where it says phonetic spelling, it says Niger. That's how you pronounce it, Niger. Then right under that it says definition. The definition of nigger is not nigger. The definition of nigger, according to Bible Hub, is a Christian. No black on there. The only definition on there, the definition of nigger is not nigger. The definition, according to Bible Hub, Strong's Concordance, is a Christian. Now, we're going to go to, well, that's Bible Hub, which the Elder Apostle Tahar endorses, by the way. Now we'll go to the Blue Letter, and we'll do the same thing. But see, in the Blue Letter, there's something a little different. There's a button that you push so you can hear the devil himself say what the word sounds like. Let's do that. Okay? Let's push this. See if we can get it to work. Bear with me.
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
So it's not Niger. It's not Niger. It's the word nigger. Okay? Now, let's find out what the word means. Show Strong's info. Okay? Here we go. Strong's definitions. Nigger, neger, of Latin origin, it says black. Nigger, a Christian. See that? Nigger. You know how they put all of these words around there to throw you off? It only means one thing, line upon line and precept upon precept. It only means one thing. And nobody's teaching it. What does the word nigger mean? Out of the Bible, out of the Strong's Concordance, it means a Christian. Do you know how many niggas would wake up if you showed them definitively what the word nigger means? That's some mind-blowing shit. And if the elect are not sealed yet, right? I have a hunch that this would be a good way to wake up a bunch of niggas, and if it be the Lord's will, it might be a few that are of the elect. That's all I'm trying to say. That's it. Now, of course, this video will get approximately 3 views. One of which I know who's going to watch it, right? My woman. So that means 2. And it might get a little lukewarm response, and it'll go on. Nobody's going to pick this up and noise it abroad. Why? Well, when the Most High don't want you to see something that is perfectly clear, he'll set an angel next to you to cover your eyes and your ears so you won't get it. And I didn't make that up. I learned that in the truth. It's real weird that nobody will teach that. Is it wrong? I was instructed, because I went through the chain of command, which I'm not even a part of. I had a harder time explaining who I was and why I'm trying to go through the chain of command, right? And when the information, I had a question, so I used the chain of command. When the answer came back to my question, guess what? It was sound. Sound doctrine. Which I'm even more baffled at because nobody's teaching it. And am I baffled? No, because there's an angel or there's a situation. Okay, let's not use the angel explanation right now. It's just not time yet. All right? It is the truth. It can't be disputed. It can't be disputed. Anyway, so we're going to leave it right there. As they say in the truth, we're going to leave it right there. All right? This place is going to hell in a handbasket, and I'm going to tell you what, as far as waking people up and standing on their feet and blowing a motherfucker's whole mind away, show them what the word nigger actually means in the Bible and the definition. That needs to be showed to vocab. Hey, vocab, what does the word nigger mean, my Christian? How come nobody has taken that to vocab and say, well, right here, the Apostle Paul's being called a nigger. What do you have to say about that, vocab? How come nobody's doing that? So then it's okay to use the word nigger in every rap song because what? We know what it means. It's okay when it means ignorant. Oh, nigger this, nigger that, nigger. Guess what? Wake up. Stand on your feet. A great and exceeding army. The word nigger means a Christian, a follower of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what the word means. How come that's not being noised abroad? I'm miffed. All right? Don't hold back your sword. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. All right? All right? So with that, I pray that the elect were edified, right? You brothers and few sisters, all right? Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaKadosh. All right, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. All right? And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Shalom.